Hello friends, welcome to ANBG physics classes. Dear friends, subscribe our channel and press the bell button for the daily updates, and for the PDF of this join our telegram group, that is ANBG study group. Dear friends, in this video I am going to share you important topics in physics. Those are Newton's laws of motion. Newton has given three laws. In that, first one is first law of motion, second law of motion, and the third law of motion. This will discuss one by one. First one, Newton's first law of motion. Here, every body retains its state of rest or state of motion until an external force is applied on it. Newton's first law is also known as law of inertia. See, once again, you read the statement clearly. Every body retains its state of rest or state of motion until an external force is applied on it. This law is also known as law of inertia. Dear friends, on this table, one ball is there. Unless and until external force is applied on it, it will not change its place, even it will not change its speed, even no, it will not change its direction. This law will call the Newton's law of motion. To change the position of an object, or to change the place of an object, or to change the direction of an object, or to change the velocity or speed of an object, we should apply the force. Unless and until acting external force on it, it will not change its state of rest or uniform motion. That is Newton's law of motion. This law is also known as law of inertia. In inertia, we are having two types, that is inertia of rest and inertia of motion. Here, what is inertia first? Inertia is the virtue by which a body tries to retain its original state. In that first one, inertia of rest. Here, this is bus. In that, a person sitting in a moving bus falls forward when the bus stops suddenly. This is a bus when drivers applies brake suddenly. Then person standing or sitting in a bus, he moves forward because of inertia of rest. Or in a bus, if driver start the bus instantly, immediately, then person sitting or standing in a bus, he leans backward. That is inertia of rest. And what is inertia of motion? Inertia of motion, that will discuss with one more example, that is athlete runs some distance before taking a long jump. You can see, if a person is trying to jump, or if he is trying to take long jump or high jump, he must run for a certain distance, then he can easily jump, easily he can take the long jump or high jump. That is because of inertia of motion. And next we'll come to the Newton's second law of motion. Dear friends, in the Newton's first law, that is also called the law of inertia. In that inertia, we are having two types. One is inertia of rest and inertia of motion. For the inertia of rest, a person sitting in a moving bus falls forward when the bus stops suddenly. And inertia of motion means athlete runs some distance before taking a long jump. Now come to the Newton's second law of motion, and that the force applied on a body is equal to the product of mass of the body and acceleration produced on it. See, it takes the direction in the applied force only. We are having the formula, that is F is equal to ma. Here F is applied force, m is the mass of an object, and a is the acceleration gained by an object. Here SI unit of force is Newton, or also called the kg meter per second square. It is a vector quantity because force which having both the quantity and direction. Remember, What is Newton's second law of motion? The force applied on a body is equal to the product of the mass of the body and acceleration produced in it, that is F is equal to ma. SI unit of this force is Newton or kg meter per second square, and it is a vector quantity because force which having both magnitude and direction. Now we'll move to the Newton's third law of motion. See, what is the Newton's third law? Every action have equal and opposite reaction. This is the Newton's third law of motion. Every action have equal and opposite reaction. And that about this Newton's third law, how the action and reactions will be. First point related to Newton's third law, that is action and reaction act on different bodies. This is important. These questions they have asked in the many exams. Action and reactions acts always on the different bodies, and action and reaction are in opposite direction to each other. Very important points. Action and reactions act on the different bodies, and action and reactions are in opposite direction to each other. That will discuss with some examples. Of example number 1, about action and reaction. While swimming, a person pushes the water backwards. The water pushes the swimmer forward with the same force. Here, while swimming, a person pushes the water backward. This is action. The water pushes the swimmer forward with the same force, that is reaction. That is force applied by the water on the person. And second example, in a rocket, gases are ejected with a great speed from the rocket in backward direction. This is action, and rocket is pushed forward, that is reaction. This is about the, I think you have understood the topic here. Dear friends, in this video I have discussed about Newton's law of motion. In that Newton's first law of motion, in that we're having two categories. Means Newton's law having Newton's law is also Newton's first law of motion is also known as law of inertia. In that law of inertia we are having two types. One is inertia of rest, and other one is inertia of motion and inertia of rest. And Newton's second law of motion, Newton's third law of motion. These things we have discussed. Thank you friends for watching the video. We'll meet in the next video. For the daily updates, subscribe our channel and press the bell button. For the PDF of this, join our Telegram group, ANBG Study Group. Once again, thank you for watching the video.